Good afternoon, CFM. This is Coach Matt, and welcome to the final week of our CrossFit Games open workouts. So after this week, our programming will go back to normal, which it hasn't really been that much deviated from normal. I've kind of shifted a few things around, so the end of the week is not quite as hard, and then Saturday we can focus on. But other than that, we've been doing all the same stuff. So not really a big, huge change, just that we will be completing those first 3 weeks of the open. And then as we go forward, some of the people will qualify for quarterfinals and maybe even some semifinals. So you'll still see that stuff happening. It just won't be a part of the regular programming for Saturdays going forward. All right, so let's get into it. Today, we'll begin with 3 minutes of your choice warm-up pace cardio, and then grab a PVC pipe and a barbell, do a few exercises with that. Start with pogo hops though, because we are gonna be doing some jumping and some hip extension work. So I wanna work on just creating some elasticity and reactive bounce in those lower extremities. So when we do the pogo hops, try really hard to snap the ball of your foot against the ground. So it's not like a slow push against the ground. It's like, think about like a basketball bouncing, right? That's the kind of the feel that we want to have on that movement. Next, we're going to do just some barbell front rack stretching. So you can use a PVC pipe or a bar, whatever you want, but really work on getting the elbow away from the body. External rotation of the shoulder. You can do that underneath your chin. You can do it behind your neck, right? But get those shoulder rotator muscles warmed up and loose. Then we're going to practice 4 reps of a tall clean, and this could be anywhere from the power position down to a squat position. Obviously, the lower you drop in the tall clean, the further or the faster you have to go in order to catch that weight, okay? And I like to do these just to like a good medium power position, maybe a little bit lower than I'm gonna catch when I actually am doing the workout. And that just gets you in the good habit of going from full extended hip position on your toes down to a balanced catching position in the front rack barbell position, which is exactly what we need, the most crucial part of the clean when we get into it, okay? Next, we're gonna do some warm-up back squats. So you can take that pipe or the bar and go behind your shoulders and sit down in that bottom position of the back squat. And then after you finish the 2 rounds of that warm up, give me probably 2 to 3 more rounds of warm up back squats. Then we put our bar in the rack, and we do have a superset activity on today's back squats, but it's just jumping, right? So we're going 5 sets of 6. I've got the progression of percentages listed on SugarWOD, so just try to get relatively close to those percents, especially for the final 3 sets. We'll consider the first 2 sets are kind of sub-maximal, but they are definitely priming your nervous system and they are definitely getting you ready to do the heavy stuff. And then the final 3 sets should be the most challenging, and they can be the smallest jumps in weight as we go up to that, whatever that, like close to 80% or 85% for the final set of 6. And then again, try not to hit failure, especially not in the first few reps. But if you do get there, that's kind of an indicator that maybe our weight is not exactly right for us for today. If it just comes up out of the blue, like you stumble or you're off balance a little bit, we understand that. But just make sure you're not repetitively hitting failure in the sets working up to your final set. In between exercises, so after you finish each set of squats, we're gonna do some version of a jump. You can either do the regular version, which is just our standard vertical jump, and I wanna hit 5 reps of that in a row as high as you can get, okay? So our vertical jump, I start with my hands up high, I sweep back into my loading position, and then swing my hands upward as I jump, right? So full speed is jump, land, reset, jump, land, reset, jump, and land, okay? If that is not aggressive enough for you, then you can try a single leg jump, right? When we do these, it's exactly the same, but I'm gonna use my opposite hand and leg and then jump with one leg and land on that same leg. So watch my arms as I do this. So I have my jumping leg is my right leg. So my right arm is going to be up when I start. As I set into my loading position, I switch, right? It looks just like running, right? So opposite hand and leg are moving at the same time. So I'm going left arm forward, right arm back, jump, land, jump, land. And I'm doing that 3 times on each leg. And when you do that, try to land in control on the leg that you're jumping with and not stutter step, right? So it's a little bit of balance as well as getting that jumping movement primed, okay? That's our strength work for today. Our conditioning today is a combination of 3 exercises: push-ups, wall balls, and cleans. So we practiced a little bit of the clean in our warm-up, and we did some squatting in the strength work, but we didn't do exactly these movements. So make sure that you are practicing each of them before we go into the workout, right? So the first one is just a power clean at our moderate weight of 135.95, which should be in that sweet spot of somewhere around like 55 to 65% of your 1 rep max, which is a great place to do conditioning at, because it usually means if we're paying attention, we can maintain really good technique, but we can also get a really high amount of work output done at that percentage range. So in other words, if your 1 rep max clean is 185, then I would want you down in like the low 100s, like 105, 115, right? But if your max clean is say like 365, then maybe you could go a little bit heavier. I don't know what exactly that would be, but maybe like 185, that would be a good higher like RX plus weight. So we just give the standard of 135.95 because it's a good median, or it's an indicator that this is the percent range that I want you in. Okay, so from the shins, full hip extension, jump, pull, catch at the shoulders, and stand tall every rep, elbows in front of the bar. So we're getting 21 reps of our power clean. Set that ball down, move over to our wall ball, and then we're getting 21 reps of the wall ball. So full squat, jump and push, hit that target every rep. I'd like to see these all unbroken. 21 reps is not too many to do without stopping. All right, 15 reps, not too many to do without stopping. Same thing with 9. And then the last one is push-ups, right? So arms extended, body in the plank position, down to chin, chest, and thighs, all touch the ground at the same time, and then push up until your elbows are straight. And if you need to use a band across the rig, a band around your chest, any of those are appropriate modifications for this to get that full range of motion, because that's what we're looking for. So if you look at this workout, the big ask is the cleans. The other 2 are relatively short. They are both pushing movements, but they are also relatively small reps and relatively lighter compared to the clean. So this is definitely going to be a workout where the clean dominates the majority of the time and the effort when we do that one, okay? That is it for this Monday. Hope you guys have a great one, and I will see you on Tuesday.